Well, hello everybody. It's my pleasure to be able to talk to you guys today about three specific aspects in my life. One being self-development, two being service, and three being self-reflection. What makes these three aspects of my life so important is because not only do they have something to do with what brings me here presenting to you today and being an aspiring Toastmaster, but also it has a lot to do with how I go about pursuing my purpose. So just to kick things off, I like to pose a question. If we're not moving forward, does that mean we're moving backwards? And so that brings me into the first aspect of my life, self-development. So my philosophy when it comes to self-development is approaching it from two different ways. So seeing how I can obtain knowledge and also how I can build and develop skills. So when it comes to obtaining knowledge, I'm admittedly a self-proclaimed Renaissance man. So not in the sense that I can advise you on different cheese and wine pairings, but more so in the sense that I have a deep, yearning, unquenchable desire to be able to find out more about the life around me and the world that's around me. And two ways that I go about doing that are through art and history. I'm actually a member of the local Chicago Art Institute, which is a great place to combine both of those. So that's how I like to pursue going about obtaining knowledge. When it comes to building skills, my philosophy on that is trying to identify what are some of my natural strengths and figure out how I can sharpen them or better define them. And so that's actually what brought me to Toastmasters, as far as seeing how I could improve upon my speaking skills and be able to take those to the next level. So that's self-development. Moving on to the second piece, there's another question I would like to pose. While we're progressing ourselves, shouldn't we be looking to serve others? And so that brings me to the second aspect of life, service. So my philosophy when it comes to service is I believe that we were not given our gifts and our talents for selfish reasons. And the avenue or the mechanism that I use for service, I've always naturally gravitated towards mentorship. So I think back to my college days where I served as a counselor for incoming freshmen to help them matriculate through their college experience. I think now to the present of some of my activities in Chicago, as far as serving on the executive committee of one of Chicago's premier youth mentoring organizations. But what I've realized through service and through mentorship is that my voice matters and that my voice is critical. And that has led me and even reinforced the importance of speaking and why Toastmasters is important. So that's self-development as far as obtaining knowledge as well as building new skills. Now the last question I'd like to pose before I get to the third perspective is while we are developing ourselves, while we are becoming better, and while we're serving others, shouldn't we know why we're doing it in the first place? And so that brings me to the third and final aspect that I would like to share with you all today, self-reflection. So my philosophy on self-reflection is I like to approach it as learning from the past while planning for the future. And one of the mechanisms I use to do that is actually daily journaling. So that's a habit that I picked up back in late 2012, and I've been able to amass hundreds of journal entries, and the value that they provide for me in self-reflection is that they allow me to go back and look at snapshots of time and figure out what was I thinking about, what was important to me, and be able to reference those to make decisions not only in the present, but moving forward into the future. And the last piece around self-reflection is that self-reflection on the speaking front, after thinking about self-development, reflecting on that, thinking about service and reflecting on that, it made Toastmasters and developing my speaking skills a no-brainer. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the three aspects of my life that have played a huge role in not only me being here, presenting to you as an aspiring Toastmaster today, but also played a role in helping me pursue my purpose. Self-development helped me realize that speaking could help make me a better person. Service helped me realize that learning to speak better would help me become a better servant. And self-reflection helped me realize that those first two make a whole lot of sense. So, in closing, I'd like to encourage everyone to pursue self-development, find a way to serve, and lastly, participate in self-reflection. And who knows, you might even find yourself being a Toastmaster in the process. Thank you. Oh, it's coming.
Ready to go, right?
Oh, book on what? Over the journal entries.
Yes. writing the book?
I'm about to edit a few things on
Okay,
there.
good. 'Cause I want first to sign off. We'll find you a publisher. Great speech. Thank you so much.
There you go, Phoebe. All right, thanks. Appreciate it.